Alright, hey guys, so this is a kind of a different video, not quite a Let's Play per se, but if you've ever watched me stream, or if you've ever watched me like start a Let's Play or something, this is always my background. It's the PS Now background, which I've had for, since I've had a PS4. Not because I was a big supporter of PS Now, but just 'cause I think it's a cool app. I like the music, and I like the little floaty things that go across the lines, like the space theme, and the whole like, looks like a planet. I think it's cool, alright? That's all. But recently I've gotten interested in PS Now again. PS Now is basically Sony's answer to backwards compatibility on PS4, and now on PC too. So they boast 400 plus PS3 games and 50 plus greatest hits. It's on their thing, which I think is a little pretentious, but you know, whatever. So yeah, there is an app on the for PC. I've tested it, and it works just as well as the one on PS4, if not better. So all you need to do is take a USB and plug a PS4 controller right in. I don't think you can play with mouse and keyboard, but I could be wrong. There might be like some way to do it. Basically, because it's like a new thing and they're like making a big push for it, I kind of want to like release a video so people know what it is. And the best way to describe it is like Netflix for like old PS3 games. So let's open up the app. And so the way it works is it is a paid service. It's either $20 for a month. I think it's like 45 or somewhere around there for 3 months, which is the better deal. And just for right now, they don't do this year round. You can do $100 for a year, which comes out to be around like $9 a month. And and they also offer for anyone who has a PSN account, and if you have access to a credit card, they offer a 7-day free trial. And the way it works is that after the 7 days are up, they'll charge you automatically for another month or so. But you can do what I do, or what I did, and as soon as you activate the 7-day free trial, you can just immediately cancel auto renewal, and then once the 7 days are up, it'll just be over. And they just, you won't be able to access the app anymore, or the games from the app. So basically, this is it just select any of these games and you can play them, immediately start streaming them. I believe you need at least, I want to say it was either 5 or 10, probably 10 is a safe bet, download speed, 10 megabytes per second. And on my computer, or my whole setup here, it's 60 to 70, and I think at school it's around 15, so I should be able to do it. I just paid for a $100 subscription because I've already tested it. I tried PS Now back in January, and I liked the idea of it, and I like that they keep adding games to it. And I mean, even though I've played some of these games, or I have access to some of them, there's a lot of them that have like slipped through the cracks, and this is a really good way for me to get to them. So like my play history, like I don't have the God of War collection, and I was playing through God of War back in January. Full Frontal Assault was pretty good. I ended up just buying the game because it was like $5, but that's another thing. If you have a PS3, you might want to consider not getting PS Now, just because a lot of the games are pretty cheap for PS3 now, PS Now, and you can just end up buying them that way. If not, it's like I do think I recommend everyone tries the 7-day free trial. It can be a little overwhelming to have access to this many games, like you have no idea where to start. But overall, from what I've used of it, it seems like a pretty good, seems like a pretty good deal, and especially since you can now use it on your PC. So like, start a game at home, and then like take your laptop somewhere and start up the app on your computer, and you should be able. I haven't tested this yet, but you should be able to keep the same save data and everything, because I believe it's uploaded to the cloud. So that's not bad. There's a lot of different companies. That's how they were showing it off. And when I tried it earlier, when I tried it back in January, they're going it from like developers. So there's a lot of 2K games on here. There's a couple Square Enix games. There's a lot of 2K, Square Enix, Capcom, all of the PlayStation exclusive devs. So like Naughty Dog, Insomniac, Sucker Punch. So like you'll have all your exclusives like the Uncharted, the God of War, Sly Cooper, Twisted Metal, Ratchet and Clank, Infamous, again Uncharted. All of these. We got Shadow of the Colossus. I know Ico's on here too. Killzone, Resistance, Journey, Tokyo Jungle, all this shit. So if you just got a PS4 and you had a 360 in the last generation, this is like the best possible way to like get all of the games you missed on the PS3. And or if there's just like, if you're a PC gamer and you never really had a console, this is now like a really good way to do it. So cannot recommend it enough from what I've played, for what I've done. So like I said, I've played a couple games here, and let me just show it off real quick. So let's do God of War. God of War is kind of a weird example because it's not really that it's the actual HD version of God of War on PS3, like as part of the collection, isn't all that great because God of War is a really old PS2 game, so there's only so much they could do without like a full remake. But that being said, it's still playable. It still looks fine. So this is what it is. It'll open up the app, and then it'll be like half PS3, half like PS4 menu, if that makes sense. So once it starts, on the controller and on the PS4 controller, instead of options, you now press on the left is for start, on the right is for, on the right is for start, and on the left is for select, which is how the old PS3 one works. And like I said, it's got this pseudo like PS3 menu. So this is the PS4 menu, and then if you do display XMB TM menu, it gives you like a smaller version of the PS3 menu, so you can see all your save data that's in the cloud, or maybe it is stored in the console. I'm not sure. Let's take a look. Oh, we gotta quit the game. I don't want to do that. So, that's true. You do have to quit the game to look at it. So you got trophies, and then you can see your online friends and stuff like that. So you are able to function it as a PS3. Like, they just basically got rid of the fluff for menu. So it'll load up an online mode, and it'll go by like recent games you've played, and it does load PS4 game trophies too. So it might take a little bit. It's gonna be alphabetical, so it'll be around here somewhere. Come on. And there we go. God of War trophies. So as you can see, these are the trophies I have from when I originally played it years ago. So this was back in 2009, kind of when the PS3 had just come out. The God of War collection was like one of the first collections that came out. So I have a couple from there, and then if you look further down, getting my ass kicked, died enough times to get offered easy mode. I actually have this. This trophy was from earlier in January when I did my PS Plus trial. So you can completely earn trophies and get platinums and all that shit, just like a regular game. Just like a regular PS3 game. So if you're a trophy hunter or something, this is a good way to get a bunch of games without actually having to buy them. And then you can return the game. Let's just load let's just load up my game. This is the last one I played back in January. No idea where the fuck I am. I was enjoying this when I played it, but I don't like God of War that much, so I just picked it because I knew for a fact I already played it, so it was a good example. But yeah, there's a couple things you'll notice if it starts to fail, because my internet wasn't very good when I tried it in January. I was on Wi-Fi, which is already a bad idea. But, you know, plays fine. It's 1-to-1. There's no lag on the controller or anything, even though it is streaming. It's just plays like normal. So, let me see. What is it? Now, what's the combo button? Okay, there's fucking Kratos. Don't leave me hanging here. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. But yeah, it just plays like a normal game. And say you want to quit out, if you return to home screen, you can see that it'll put like a little icon there, so close the application. And now you can take your most recent games you've played and just continue right from like the dashboard without having to like go through the PS Now app, which is something, I mean, Netflix can't do something like that, but I like the idea that it takes your recent games and keeps them here. And if you don't like it here, if you're like, you tried a game and you weren't a huge fan, just delete it, and then you can always go back into PS Now and start it up again. But it gets rid of the clutter and stuff like that. I don't mind it. I do think there's a pretty good selection of games. I was checking, so there's two versions of PS Now, to my knowledge. There's a version where you can like rent games, so like take a game for like 14 days, or take a game for a certain amount of hours, and those are different prices. I don't know anything about that. I just know it is an option. But the best way to look up a list is if you go to PlayStation.com, or just type in PlayStation and then PS Now, and if you go to the PlayStation official website, excuse me, you can find a list of games, you can find out how to sign up for it, And you can actually download the PC app from here, which I've done. But basically just plug in a controller to PC. You can just play it that way too. So there's a full list of the 400 plus games. I'm looking at it. It just does not seem like 400, but totally is. So we've got, let me just skimming through. You've got the Assassin's Creed, which it says is available for a limited time, like a bunch of those games. Excuse me, I need water. Look at it as the original Assassin's Creed, Brotherhood, 2, 3, Revelations, Rogue. So it has all of the PS3 ones. You have Altair, or I can't pronounce it, Atelier Escha and Logia, Atelier Verona Plus. I've actually heard of these. I was meaning to play these. I didn't realize they were on PS Plus. It's the whole reason I brought it up is because I was just, this is what I don't like. PS Now app does not like stay open. Like if you quit out of it, it'll like kind of close itself down. So it takes a little bit to like load it back in. So if you don't like the different categories, you can always just go down here and it'll list it by this, or by alphabetical. So let's go to AT. So that would be after Assassin's Creed. Yeah, so they're right here. So it helps to look at a list and then like go to search for it. I'll be honest, like just kind of browsing through here isn't as great as it should be. They have Barbie Puppy Rescue. And then just skimming through, they've got the 3 Arkham games, Asylum, City, and Origins. They've got Bioshock 1, 2, and Infinite, Borderlands 1 and 2, and the pre-sequel. They've got Child of Light, which is a limited time. It looks like Ubisoft put a bunch of stuff for a limited time. Darksiders 1 and 2, Dead Island Riptide, Dead Rising 2, Dead or Alive 5. I thought Dead or Alive was Xbox exclusive. The Devil May Cry collection, Devil May Cry 4, the Disgaea games, or am I saying that right? A couple different Dynasty Warriors. I'm just skimming through. Fat Princess, Farming Simulator 15. It's obviously a joke. They have all of the God of Wars to my knowledge. 1, 2, 3, Ascension, Chains of Olympus, and Ghost of Sparta. They have Heavy Rain they just added, which is pretty awesome. If you've never played Heavy Rain, this is like you should absolutely be playing it. They have Infamous 1, 2, and Festival of Blood, which is like a kind of standalone spin-off of 2. Katamari Forever, highly recommend. They have the 3 Killzone games, a couple different Lego games, Lost Planet 1, 2, and 3. Mafia 2 was just added. They have Mega Man 9 and 10, which are the PS3 360 ones. Mortal Kombat, the reboots. Ni no Kuni they just added. A couple Ninja Gaiden games. Oddworld, Pac-Man, Overlord 1 and 2, which is kind of awesome. Because I've been meaning to play those again. Let me see. Just still skimming. They have all the Ratchet & Clanks except for the collections. They don't have Ratchet & Clank 1, 2, and 3. They're probably saving that one for like another update. They also don't have the Jack collection, but they do have the Sly collection. And then they have every Ratchet & Clank except for the first 3 deadlocked. And they don't have Tools of Destruction, but they do have All for One, A Crack in Time, Full Frontal Assault, Into the Nexus, and Quest for Booty. Crack in Time and Into the Nexus being my 2 favorite Ratchet & Clanks, except for maybe the remake, but I kind of separate them. They've got Red Faction, Armageddon, Armageddon's the bad one, Guerrilla, which is a good game. A couple of different Resident Evils. They've got 4, 5, 6, Code Veronica, Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles, Saints Row 4, Gat Out of Hell, and 3, which are all amazing games. Shadow of the Colossus we saw, Civilization Revolution was just added. And they've got the Sly collection and Sly Thieves in Times if you feel like playing that. And they have all the Uncharted games except for 4, obviously. So PS Now, just to be clear, is only PS3 games. I don't know if they'll ever add PS4 to it too. I think they certainly have the capability, but they probably don't want to cut into their own sales. But yeah, there's a ton of different games on here. I definitely recommend looking at the list. I recommend trying out the free trial. If you have a PC, try the app. If you have a PS4, try the app. If you have an Xbox One, you guys got Rare Replay. That's something. 30 games there. I don't know. But yeah, this is just my first look at it. Like I said, I have bought a subscription to it just because I think for me personally, between going back to work every weekend, just being able to bring my laptop and continue continue playing a game from where I left off. Combining that with like remote play, so I can play my PS4 over on the app on my computer now. It just seems like it's a pretty good time to be a PlayStation owner. They're really going for that cross-platform shit. So, yeah, just think you guys should give it a chance. Look at it, I definitely recommend everyone try the free trial, and definitely look at the list. I'll put the list and I'll put the website in the description so you can like take a look at the list, and so you can download the app if you so choose. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. I don't normally do videos like this. I just kind of wanted to get the information out there. And yeah, also, I mean, if you want to, look at the list, and if there's like a game you want me to like try or recommend, or game you want me to stream or let's play, be like, hey, this is on PS Now. I know you have PS Now. You should try playing that, and we'll see. Maybe I will. Thank you guys, and I hope